Welcome to section 5, which is all about calculations in Tableau. In this section, we're going to do a deep dive into a variety of calculations, the different types. We're going to learn about basic calculations, string calculations, booleans, if-then, case statements. We're going to do dates and times, which is always difficult no matter what software you use. Aggregations and disaggregations, as well as using calculations to add insight to your visualizations. This particular video is all about the introduction to calculations, just to give you a primer of the types of calculations you're going to see in the coming set of videos in this section and possibly in future sections. So the different types of calculations, why you will need to learn about calculations, because you can't just do visualizations really without having calculations, at least some of them. And then finally, resources you can access beyond these videos. So the basic types of visualizations are, as you see here, basic ones. This is where you could just use it to perhaps add tax to a sale. So for example, if every sale is a 10% sales tax, but you don't have that, you can create a total cost field that adds the sale times 0.1. String calculations are very cool and very fun, and we're going to go into that into a lot of detail in a video coming up soon. Aggregations are really the base functionality of Tableau. Once you get a grip of aggregations, you're really going to understand Tableau and how it works. Booleans, if-thens, and case statements are absolutely essential when your data needs to be formatted in different ways to be able to get to categories that you need. And finally, date calculations are things like if you want to calculate someone's age and you have their birth date, but you don't have their age, you could do, for example, a subtraction of the date from today minus the birth date. So why do you need calculations? You need them for a number of reasons. I use them constantly. Virtually everything I do usually has dozens of calculations in them. It's basically what you might call coding. It's to create customized fields. It's to segment the data. It's to add insights to your visualizations and to get a field into the format you need. I'd also add that you could do a lot of analytics through these calculations. And finally, here are some resources that you can get help with Tableau calculations. My recommendation, I wouldn't really follow the URLs. Obviously, the first one's almost impossible. I would just Google Tableau's guide on tips for learning how to create calculations. That will actually send you to that URL. Similarly, if you just type in Tableau Community Library, it'll send you to a really cool compendium of examples of calculations. The problem is you have to kind of know what you're looking for. You can't just do it without some knowledge of calculations. But once you do, it's really cool to be able to borrow some of the stuff that they have and maybe contribute some of your own once you're really good at the stuff. And finally, the Interworks guide. Interworks has a lot of resources on their website. Here's one of their URLs, interworks.com/blog/channel/Tableau tips. It will give you a lot of resources, not just on calculations, but a lot of other things.